Alright, time to test the newly added vehicle, the Neo. Livery wise, it's a beauty. Right, no idea what to expect. Only advanced handling flags. Okay, cornering wise, it first time driving the vehicle. Okay. Okay. Woo, my goodness. Okay, so it has unlimited traction. This thing just turns on a dime. Look at this. Wow, so loose and controllable. Too much looseness there. Okay. Still figuring out the vehicle. It's loose, alright. It seems to have a lot of acceleration. Jesus, man, this thing accelerates so fast. Can this beat the Italy GTO or the Pariah? Well, maybe. As soon as I learn to drive this, oh my god. The Widowmaker, it has Widowmaker qualities. And oh my god, it steers so good. Wow. U-turns, it just eats U-turns. Okay, this has the potential to be the fastest sports car. Right now the Pariah is sitting with a 138, I believe. Wow, it does seem to have top speed. Some. Okay, you need some focus. I mean, it has a lot of traction, but also amount of power, a huge amount of power. So you can easily oversteer and just crash, spin out and crash. So careful with that throttle. It can be quite a rewarding vehicle to drive. So much acceleration, so much traction. So good on the brakes. No wonder this thing has amazing brakes. Did you see that acceleration? First to third gear, this thing just flies. Look at this thing accelerating, my goodness. It feels like an Italy GTO, but better on the corners. A little bit. The Italy GTO understeers, this has the tendency to oversteer a bit. Trail braking works. But can it beat the Italy GTO and the Pariah? No, not quite. 141. No problems, come on. Doesn't go very well over bumps, but that's to be expected. I mean, it has advanced handling flags. Advanced handling flags galore with this car. It's a bit too loose. It's a bit too loose. It has the traction, but it's a bit too loose. It feels a lot like the X80 Proto. It's just a bit too loose. It has the acceleration at top speed, has better traction than the X80 Proto, but it's just too goddamn loose. Bit of trail braking there. Very hard to drive. This thing is very hard to drive. If you're not focused, you will crash. Again, a 141. Unbelievable. Exactly like the Pariah. One touch and you're going to fly. You're going to fly. Exactly like the Pariah. No wonder this thing is so light. It has no weight. Absolutely no weight. Exactly like the Pariah. Every single touch and you're flying. You're crashing and flying. Again, there are way easier cars to drive than this. Believe it or not, the Italy GTO is easier to drive than the Neo. It's new, but it's not going to take the top spots, not at all. It's so hard to drive. Tendency to oversteer, well, that's expected. I mean, it has so much power and acceleration. It's decent on the turns, but it's just got them too light. It's just too light. It feels weird. Exactly like the X80 Proto. Exactly like the X80 Proto. It has so much acceleration. Oh my god, it bounces all over the place when you hit curbs. Completely lost that U-turn. I'm gonna kill myself. Trail braking seems to be faster. Jesus Christ, this has so much power. 140. 140. So freaking hard to drive. It has amazing acceleration. Decent top speed. It appears to have decent top speed, but the acceleration is there. This thing is a rocket in the straights. Accelerating is with the Neo. It has somewhat good handling, but it's just too goddamn loose. It's just too goddamn loose. It has a massive tendency to oversteer if you're not careful with the throttle. And that's to be expected due to its amazing acceleration. But it's just, honestly, it feels like it's a worse Italy GTO. It really feels like a worse Italy GTO. I mean, the Italy GTO is a second and a half faster, give or take. So what's really the point? It's good looking, but it's just a worse Italy GTO. And it has the same weird advanced handling flags physics. The same weird advanced handling flags physics. If you go over bumps, although there are not many in my track, but the car just started bouncing. I have no idea why Rockstar just wants to keep adding these advanced handling flags. But it's not really the problem, at least on my track. It's a worse Italy GTO. Just feels like it. But again, it's competitive, I mean. 2 seconds off, 2.5 seconds off from the Pariah, 1.5 off from the Italy GTO. It's competitive, but the Italy GTO is even easier to drive than the Neo. And the Italy GTO is hard to drive. So, best to use your money and buy an Italy GTO. That's just my take. But honestly, the Italy GTO is better in all aspects. It's easier to control, has more or the same acceleration, top speed is up there. The Neo is just an Italy GTO pretender, really. Good vehicle, looks good and whatnot, decently fast, but a pretender of the Italy GTO.